A familiar scene as a spring of strikes turns into a summer of disruption. While some health workers have settled, junior doctors in England are still in a bitter war of words with the government. They say their 35% pay request is an opening offer and accuse the Health Secretary of cancelling talks and negotiating in bad faith.
If people suspend the strikes, then we can get round the table and have talks. And the moment the junior doctors have walked away from the talks, we were in the middle of discussions with them. There were a range of other factors that they have raised with me in terms of annual leave that is often cancelled at short notice, rotas that have changed, some of the wellbeing issues.
With the longest doctor strikes yet due this month, the head of NHS England, Amanda Pritchard, today warned patients were paying the price for the deadlock dispute. But in this tussle between medics and ministers, there may be a political cost to Rishi Sunak too.
Cutting NHS waiting lists is one of the Prime Minister's 5 priorities, but that could be frustrated by a summer of doctors' strikes and the walkout by hospital consultants due to start later this month. From healthcare to schools, those in government say higher pay rises that are funded through borrowing risk making the inflation problem worse. But not everyone agrees with that logic.
No ifs, no buts, no education cuts.
With teachers in England due to walk out later this month, one union boss apologised to parents for the disruption, but said pay rises were needed to keep staff in the profession.
There's no evidence that public sector pay feeds into inflation. That's just becoming an argument which the government is now using in another attempt.
Well, that's what the Bank of England say as well, right?
Well,
not just the government.
The Bank of England governor on £500,000 a year can say teachers who earn on average less than £40,000 a year shouldn't get a pay rise. I'm not going to take lessons from him.
There have been no serious negotiations.
Labour has been reluctant to set out what wage offers it would make. Today, the Shadow Education Secretary said ministers should publish the independent advice they've received on public sector pay.
I'm not going to come on this programme and commit to a figure. I wouldn't expect the Secretary of State to do that either. What I do expect the Secretary of State to be doing is trying to find a way through the impasse, publishing the report, committing to talks, getting serious about it.
There'll also be disruption on the railways as an overtime ban for drivers comes into force tomorrow and staff walk out altogether later this month. Disputes dragging on, plenty of problems for the government, few simple solutions. Rob Powell, Sky News in Westminster.